Man, cuz I'm sick, so Crips. Stop playing with me, cuz. On the hood. Don't nobody tell me nothing, nigga. Don't nobody tell me nothing, nigga.
You could have just, like, damn, could have just called the Bricc.
Yeah.
The Bricc would have made it happen.
Yeah.
On the dead homies, nigga. Nigga come to LA, nigga. Every nigga, cuz on 6 I know where every nigga
Look.
nigga. If I want blood, I'm gonna get blood.
The headlines related to Bricc Baby read like a murder mystery, but the reality is much darker. Gang ties, violent retaliation, and legal battles that stretch far beyond music. Rumors swirl about a murder-for-hire plot linked to the Lil Durk case, and his name keeps resurfacing in connection with bloodshed that's far from over. His rise wasn't built on rhymes alone. It's been fueled by surviving a world where every alliance could be a setup, and the wrong decision could end your life. Bricc Baby's story starts in the heart of Los Angeles, where the streets raised him as much as any family member could. From a young age, he was exposed to the harsh reality of gang violence, where loyalty wasn't just a value, it was the difference between life and death. Growing up in a neighborhood controlled by the Rollin 60s, a notorious Crip gang, Bricc Baby was surrounded by the very essence of street life: drugs, turf wars, and the constant threat of violence. These weren't the things that shaped him, they were the things that defined him.
I end up getting put on 60s like my 14th summer.
Okay, you're 14.
Yeah, but I always was affiliated. Like, in between ICC and all that, like, I always bang Rollin 60s. Like, we was hood out there. We'd just say whatever hood we wanted to say when we was 10 years old, but I've always been a Crip.
It wasn't long before Bricc Baby's name started ringing out in connection with some serious street violence. His reputation wasn't just about his ability to spit bars, it was about his willingness to do what was necessary to keep his name and his gang at the top. He was arrested multiple times throughout his youth, and each time, it wasn't just a matter of getting caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was about his deep involvement in gang-related crimes.
I got questions, Bricc. You caught about 4 straight Class A felonies in Georgia, back to back to back to back, in the span of 2 years.
Yeah.
And you never went to prison. What happened?
I had a great attorney. I went to trial. How you say that disappeared when I went to trial on the case?
Just
You
saying.
can't look up the trial on the case?
Listen, I had a paralegal go through your. This is why the video took so
We
long.
could
I
call
had a
Daniel
paralegal.
Kane.
But I'm saying the paralegal, there was no further information about your cases, which in Georgia, everything's out there. You can find anything about it. It's not like LA where they seal everything.
Bricc Baby has openly admitted to catching 4 felonies, but the way he's dodged major prison time shows how sharp he plays the game. He's made it clear that one of his main strategies is staying out of situations where he could get caught red-handed. He moves in a way where he's never the one holding the bag, letting others take the heat while he keeps his hands clean. Bricc also leans heavy on his street smarts. He's seen too many people slip up and land in prison for decades because they didn't move carefully or talk too much. He claims he learned early to study those mistakes and keep a low profile.
Look, Bricc, they can't say OTF didn't slide for Vine. First time we ever heard this. You're the first one to ever tie them to that situation. You also tell 600 they gonna pick up Big U. He got a Rico coming. Some shit he got going on direct with himself. Right? Right. August comes, they pick up Big U. We wondering how you know this. Now you saying when they came in June, the real warrant was for your cell phone. While they were searching for your cell phone, they discovered the K. Okay, great. So here it go. It's been 16 months since June 2023. You ain't been to court. Why?
Rumors about Bricc Baby's freedom and his ties to the Lil Durk murder-for-hire case are buzzing heavy in the streets, and they're not fading anytime soon. The feds have been tightening the screws on Lil Durk's camp, linking him and others to a scheme targeting Quandarondo's cousin, but somehow Bricc Baby, who's deeply connected to both the Rollin 60s and OTF circles, has managed to stay out of cuffs. In the streets, questions start flying when someone with Brick's rap sheet is still moving freely while the heat's this strong. Bricc Baby's name got dragged into the mix when rumors started floating about a co-conspirator in the case. The street started asking, how's he so comfortable talking about a federal murder-for-hire investigation if he's really in the clear? Bricc fired back, denying he had any part in it, and saying if the feds were on him, he wouldn't be out here giving interviews. Still, the way he's broken down the details, like talking about the travel records, surveillance, and connections between OTF and Rollin 60s, has people wondering just how deep he's tied into the whole situation. One of the wildest accusations against Bricc Baby is that he might have helped set up Quando Rondo by leaking his location. In the streets, they call it the back door, turning on your own for personal gain or aligning with the opposition. Quando's been vocal about feeling betrayed, especially since he's associated with the Rollin 60s, the same gang Bricc Baby reps. If Bricc did share info with OTF, then why ain't his name popping up in the Fed's paperwork? You'd think if he was tied in like that, he'd be caught up in the same heat. But nah, he's out here moving free. Makes you wonder, did he slide through untouched because he's too slick, or is he snitching to stay out?
They got at him because he like, y'all can't say OTF didn't slide for King Von. What you talking about? And then he names the situation. Now, you got the people saying, well, this dude's a known gang member. He ran with these people. Okay, well, let's look over there. Bricc will never return back to gangbang life. He's been exposed about a few things that it wouldn't be wise and smart and safe for him to just go back to that 100% completely. Get your circle of comrades that love you and you love them and y'all rock out.
Bricc Baby's been upfront about having 4 felonies under his belt, including armed robberies, but he's never done a heavy bid. Some say it's because he's just smart, he knows when to dip before the cops come crashing in, and he's always got legal teams ready to clean up the mess. Others think there's more to it, especially since federal cases like this don't just fall apart without inside help. People in the streets are suspicious. Is Bricc playing chess so well? Or is there a deeper reason why he's still free while others around him are catching serious charges? The streets aren't just buying legal teams and smart moves as the full story. It's almost unheard of for someone with multiple serious charges, especially violent ones, to dodge long-term consequences this consistently. The federal government, particularly when it comes to RICO cases or gang affiliations, doesn't usually let people with that kind of track record walk without cutting some type of deal. That's where the suspicion kicks in. Is Bricc Baby getting by on clever lawyering? Or is there something deeper like inside cooperation? When someone stays free while the people around them are catching serious charges, the streets naturally suspect they're cooperating with law enforcement. Even without solid evidence, whispers about snitching can spread fast. And in gang culture, just the appearance of being an informant can put your life in danger. If Bricc Baby's freedom is connected to helping the feds, it's only a matter of time before that information catches up to him, whether from legal documents or street-level retaliation.